Hello again. Thank you for joining us. Today's word family describes someone obedient. It consists of 6 key vocabulary words. The words are acquiescent, biddable, compliant, docile, submissive, and tractable. I want you to notice that our words are so obedient, they obey the order of the alphabet: A, B, C, D, S, and T. As always, we'll be building your memory palace by connecting the meaning of the words in today's word family to our short but wacky story. But before I share with all of you how to remember these 6 obedient words, let's practice being acquiescent and biddable first. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel, and you are going to comply and subscribe below. Today's story is about a group of Spanish ants who really love water, among other things. The reason I picked ants for this memory palace is because ants are very obedient by nature. Our ants are Spanish and they thrive in water environments. Every time you ask them aqua, they say yes. Aqua, yes.
Aqua, yes.
Aqua and yes linked together give us acquiescent. Acquiescent person is someone who is willing to agree without protest. You can say that the class remained acquiescent in order to avoid conflict with the principal. Our next word is biddable. If you look carefully at the word, you can notice that it has 2 components: bid and dabble. Let's imagine that our ants dabble in e-commerce, that they sell some of their diving gear on eBay. On eBay, they have to place bids, accept bids, and they have to reject bids. Therefore, our ants dabble in bids. Bid and dabble linked together give us biddable. Biddable means meekly ready to accept and follow instructions. The eBay business was going so well, they had to start a company. They all agreed. The word ant has to be in the name of the company. So it was a company and ant. Company and ant linked together give us compliant. Compliant is our 3rd word. Every ant agreed. Compliant is the great name for the company, so they decided to document and file. They started to repeat over and over: document and file, document and file, document and file, document and file. Linked together give us docile. Let's take a quick break and review our A, B, C, D words from our obedient word family. A is for aqua and yes, acquiescent. B is for bid and dabble, biddable. C is for company and ants, compliant. And D is for document and file, docile. We have 2 words left: submissive and tractable. The ants made so much money that they decided to buy something. Normally, rich people buy themselves a plane. But remember, our ants, they love water. So they decided to buy themselves a submarine. Submarine makes us think of the word submissive. If you have 2 cats of opposite behavior, you could say that one is aggressive and the other is submissive. But let's not get sidetracked here and finish up our story. Once the submarine was delivered to the ants' house, they had to rent a big tractor that would drag the submarine into the water. The tractor reminds us of the word tractable. Tractable is a great vocabulary word. Apart from getting your answers correctly on the test, I also encourage you to use the word tractable in your speech. Tractable is an adjective that can describe a person or a thing. When you call someone tractable, that means they're easily to control and influence. A tractable dog, for example,
Really?
or a tractable classmate. When you call something tractable, that means they're easy to deal with. You can say that this is a tractable math problem. Or you can ask, how tractable is the learning problem of the student? By the way, we have just learned all 6 words: acquiescent, biddable, compliant, docile, submissive, and tractable. You know the drill. Put your notes away and let's list the words together out loud with me. Let's begin from top to bottom. Were you able to do this? Let's now do this from bottom to top. As always, let's take a look at how other people that you might have heard of use the words from our word family.
I think probably the least acquiescent partner was Stacy, because she was just trying to take care of Laurel.
Technology companies are Viva. Isn't this a question of being biddable to big business?
We get somebody who will be largely compliant because they want to stay in the country, and that's just wrong.
The intern was docile and did everything his boss told him to because he really wanted the job at the end of summer.
And that especially that this scarf on my head does not mean that I am submissive.
Targeting that in a way that is more tractable than trying to get in very early and change.
Did you see Juliana Moore using the word acquiescent? And Hillary Clinton talking about immigrants being largely compliant. As always, I encourage you to casually drop these words into your conversations. Is your cousin's pet acting so friendly you want to call it a docile creature? Or did your boyfriend agree to go to the movies with you by giving you an acquiescent silence? Pay attention to the way others react when you use those words, and of course, let us know how it goes. You can find us on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. Our ID is the same everywhere, at Seberson Method. If you liked today's lesson, be sure to check out the rest of the course. There's a few more freebies here on YouTube, and you can get the whole course at sebersonmethod.com. And that's the end of our lesson. I'll see you guys later.